Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we got an exciting one for you. We're in the northwest community of Rockland Park. I've actually done a video on Rockland Park before. It was about a year and a half ago, and it was in the winter time, so it definitely has come a long way since then. They've built up most of the amenities. There's a lot more houses here. There's a pathway now that's got a beautiful view of the Bow River and a whole bunch of beautiful pine trees off in the distance. Like I said in the previous video, you definitely don't feel like you're in Calgary when you're in this community. I feel like we're in a neighborhood in BC somewhere. It's just got a whole different vibe than a lot of the different communities in Calgary. Today we're going to be looking at a couple different home options. One of them is going to be an estate home, so it's going to be at the higher end peak of the price range here in Rockland Park. And then we're going to be looking at something that's a little bit more middle of the range. It's going to be a laned home, so stay tuned for that. We're going to be walking through those homes. We're going to be going through the pricing at the end of the video. I'm also going to walk around the neighborhood a little bit and show you guys around. And I'm going to show you where exactly Rockland Park is on the map. So enough of my rambling, let's get into this video. So this estate home is called the Dorchester. It's by Crystal Creek Homes. This model is a bungalow with 3 levels. You're looking at just under 4,000 square feet. Let's take a look. So as soon as you come in off of the main door, there's this nice big area to sit down, take your shoes off, take your cowboy boots off. There's a nice big closet here for all your jackets. Coming on in here, I'm not gonna go into the main area of the house just yet, so we'll go off to the side. To your left here, you have a nice big mudroom that's coming in off of the massive garage that they have set up as an office right now. There's a nice built-in right here. Definitely liking just how clean and fresh this mudroom area looks. Well, it's not dirty anyways. Off here, down this wing, you have a 2-piece bathroom right here. What's this now? This is actually the laundry room. This is definitely very tucked away from the rest of the house. There's a nice big washer and dryer, a sink in here, so if you need to wash any of your clothes with water, you can do that. There's another cupboard or closet right here. That's actually the primary bedroom in there, so we'll save that for a second because this is a bungalow. We don't do too many bungalows on our tours, so this is gonna be a little bit different, but believe me, it's gonna be worth it. It's not a spice kitchen, but this is the pantry area. I would call it more like the coffee microwave area. On the right now, I love this door. This door is sweet. This wood door, glass panel right here, that's beautiful. I really like that. So you open this up and this is the office now. They did a really good job with this office. I'm loving all the paneling they have on the walls. As soon as you come into the main area now, wow, this is beautiful. You have a dining room right off to the side here. Lots of room for a nice big table. This kitchen now has got a massive island, and this oven is beautiful. If that doesn't say luxury, I don't know what does, because that's a nice oven. You got your fridge off to the side here with some more built-in cabinetry to put all your nice silverware and glassware. This living room now, I'm loving the vaulted ceilings in this living room with the wood beams up at the top. That's just stunning. And then this fireplace now, they carried the wood through the fireplace as well, and they got some exposed brick going on. That's just so beautiful. This is my kind of style. I like this. Huge window. You're looking, this lot backs right on to the Bow River and a pathway right in behind. So you just got like beautiful views of the trees here in the back. And then there's a nice pathway that you can get out to from your backyard, go for a nice walk in the morning, whatever you want. So let's actually check out this deck now. There's a nice big deck here, which gives you some nice privacy and some nice shading from the sun. It's not a huge backyard, but who needs a huge backyard when you're backing onto this beautiful pathway right along the Bow River? So now let's actually check out, this must be the primary bedroom. So this is a bungalow, so the primary bedroom is on the main level. This is vaulted in here as well. I'm loving the chandelier that they got in here. Nice big window looking to outside. Lots of room for a king size bed. Nice plushy carpet going on here too. Primary ensuite now. This is stunning. Dual vanities on either side, floating tub, massive shower. The shower is super nice. I love how they have the niche going all the way across there. That's beautiful. And then this is gonna be your walk-in closet. So this is the walk-in closet. Lots of space in here, a bunch of built-ins. This door actually goes back to the laundry room where we just were. So you can throw all your clothes from your closet right into your laundry room really easy. I'm excited about this one. So now this is 3 levels. So let's save the basement to the end. We'll head upstairs now. So upstairs, there's not as much square footage as the main floor. So as soon as you come up, you have this nice big bonus room. It's vaulted ceilings as well. There's this nice little office desk space right here that if you need to do a little bit of work while you're watching TV, you can hop off the couch and you throw your laptop on there, get a little bit of work done quickly, and then head back to lounging. Actually, there is a 2-piece bathroom right here as well, which is convenient. They have a bedroom up here too. So here's a bedroom, good sized bedroom. You got a closet right here. It's not a walk-in closet, but that's okay. And then it's got its own full bathroom in here as well. So if you have guests staying with you, this is definitely gonna be a wing that's completely secluded from the rest of the house. So if you're retired and maybe you have kids that are at the house now, when they come to visit, they can stay up here in this wing and be completely out of your hair. This is where all the entertainment happens and the magic. As soon as you come down to the right, you have a little workout studio right here. So you can get your pump on, get your stretches, do some stretches before you hit your own private bar right over here. So there's a nice big island. It's not really a proper island, but it's an island. Fridge, lots of room to mix drinks. You can have a full-on party down here, no problem. And then this is the rec room area. Tons of room for a massive couch. You can put a huge TV on this wall right over here. I'm liking the color down here. Definitely feels very warm and inviting. And then now over this way, you actually have a couple bedrooms. So here's bedroom number 1. The chandelier in here too, or the lighting anyways. It's not really a chandelier, the fixture. And then it's got a walk-in closet as well. Decent sized window. Here's a full-size bathroom down here. And then the second bedroom. So in total, you have 4 bedrooms in this house. This bedroom also has a walk-in closet. And then let's go over this way now. What's over here? So you get some closet space there, and then this is probably the utility room in here. Yeah, it's the utility room. It's really dark in there right now. You can't really see. So Rockland Park, what makes this community really special is that you're situated right off of the Bow River. You're right up on a ridge here, so there's actually no chance of this neighborhood flooding. If there ever was a flood, you're like probably at least 50 feet above the river, so no worries there. But what makes this community special is just all the trees. You got a bunch of pine trees around, lots of nice pathways, treed pathways. I keep talking about trees because you don't see that many trees in Calgary that often, but in Rockland Park, there's trees everywhere. So you don't even feel like you're really in Calgary anymore. You almost kind of feel like you're in BC. I mean, I used to live in BC for a little while, and this community definitely gives me like a BC, Vancouver Island kind of vibe to it. Oh wow, look at this zip line. Okay, I've seen a few zip lines in some of these new parks here in Calgary, but I think this one definitely takes the cake. That's a pretty sweet zip line. And it goes all the way down to the end there. They're actually gonna put another kids playground here that's got a sweet view. This is going to be a really cool kids playground once it's finished. We'll definitely have to take our daughters here once it's done just because of this view. This view is actually epic. Here's the path. We were way further down that way. And then this is the view that you're going to get. Isn't that pretty? You can see someone actually kayaking right off in the distance. Hopefully the sun isn't giving you too much glare, but that's a gorgeous view. And then you got this pathway all the way along the river. So this community is a HOA, and this is kind of the focal point now of the neighborhood where they have all the amenities. And it's called, let's see, what is this called? The Lodge. So this is probably where they're gonna have like all the indoor spaces where you can come and book an event, throw your birthday party. They got a basketball court / hockey rink off in the distance. So in the summertime, you could come and play some basketball or some ball hockey. And in the wintertime, because I see the hockey nets, I'm assuming they're gonna have the ice there, so you could either come and skate on that or play hockey. They have, looks like a play park, your own like, well, this is gated, so only people that live in the community can come in here, but they'll have a play park, kids play area down there over yonder. Looks like this is a skating area as well. They'll have a skating path. And I actually see a pool off in the distance there which looks like a hot tub. So I'm wondering, they might even have the hot tub open all year round. And the pool is a nice feature as well. So on a nice hot summer Calgary day, you could come here, go for a dip, cool off, get some sun. Not bad. So I'm gonna pull up trusty Google Maps now on my phone and show you guys exactly where Rockland Park is. So Rockland Park is in northwest Calgary. You're kind of right on the very edge of the city, right smack in between the Stony Trail Ring Road and Highway 1, which is going to take you all the way out to Canmore and Banff. And that's kind of the draw to this community, is that it's one of the closest communities to Kananaskis, to Canmore, to Banff. So you're only really like an hour away from those things. And then on top of that, there's a lot of trees in this neighborhood. You got a lot more rolling hills. So you're not gonna feel like you're right smack in the prairies, which can happen in a lot of communities, like especially on the eastern part of Calgary. You're a little ways away from grocery stores and things like that. The road in here does have a little plaza that's got a gas station, Tim Hortons, AMW, and a Home Depot. There aren't any schools in the community as of yet, so you are going to have to bus your kids or drive your kids into one of the neighboring communities to get to a school. In the future, that will change, but it still might be a couple years out until there's a school built here. You're probably about 25 minutes away from the airport, which is a little further away than a lot of the communities that we show on this channel. And then if you want to head downtown, you're only really like a 15-minute drive from downtown, which is really nice. You're also really close to Bowness Park, which is a really awesome park where you can actually do some floating down the river in the summertime. Definitely a really nice location if you're looking for that kind of mix of being somewhat close to the city but feeling like you're in nature as well, because you got, you know, the pathway right along the river and a lot more just nature in general in this area. One thing I do want to note about this community is that all the exterior siding is done with HardieBacker siding, which is way more durable and way more stronger than the plastic vinyl siding that you see in most new communities here in Calgary. So especially here in the Northwest, if a hailstorm comes around, this product right here, well, it's going to hold up a lot better than cheap plastic vinyl siding that's just going to get shredded like Swiss cheese if a big enough hailstorm comes around. So you are going to pay a little bit more money than most communities to get into a house here, but you got the HardieBacker siding, which is going to help if that hail comes around, especially here in Northwest Calgary. So this next house is a laned home. It is by Brookfield Residential. The model is called the Oxford. We're looking at 1,952 square feet with 3 bedrooms and 2.5 baths. Let's take a look. So coming in right here from the main entrance, you got a little area to take off your shoes and boots. There's a little closet as well. You're hit with your living room right away. The first thing I noticed is that compared to a lot of the other laned homes I look at, the width of this home feels wider. This living room just feels a lot bigger than most laned homes that we're in. You have a nice little living room area with a couple windows looking out to your front porch. This is the fireplace now. The one thing that I kind of am unsure about this for this model is that if you want to put a TV on your fireplace, you're a little bit of ways away from the fireplace. But I would say that if you have a big enough TV, it won't look as bad. But then again, it's going to be kind of from the pleasantness of the fireplace, having a big honking TV right on that fireplace. Anyways, that's just my rant about this house. And then, so you got your kitchen area here right away. Nice big, huge island with the sink in the island. Gas range. I like the coloring in here. It's just very neutral and white and fresh and clean. You got a coffee little area here off to the back. Here's your walk-in pantry for all your Cheerios and snacks and goodies. The dining room now, you got a lot of room for a nice big table. There's a decent sized window there letting in some light as well. We're gonna head on over to the back of the house now. The back of the home, there's actually a little office nook area here. It's not huge. Don't know how I feel about it. It's just kind of okay. Now, they've definitely used up a lot more square footage for this mudroom area that is the back of the house. There's a built-in bench here that you can sit down, but you're gonna have a lot more room in here to put your boots and shoes and whatnot. The back of the house now has a deck. This home is a laned home option, so your garage is gonna be at the back of the house. Just keep in mind when you're buying a laned home, most of the time it doesn't come with a garage, so you'll just have a gravel parking pad in the back, and then you can either add the garage on with the builder, or you can do it yourself afterwards, which you can probably save a little bit of money if you do it yourself afterwards. You just need to find the right contractor. And then you kind of a little step here, and you got a 2-piece bathroom. I'm gonna save the top floor to the end. The basement now, let's see if this basement is finished. So you have a side door going to your basement. They carried this hardwood floor all the way down here to the basement now. Okay, this basement's actually suited. So you have a galley kitchen right here. There's a living room area. This looks like there's gonna be a washer and dryer. No, that's just storage. Let's check this one here. Okay, that's closet. It's gotta be this one. Okay, this is where the washer and dryer is gonna be. All right, you got your living room area, dining room area. It's not massive down here, but it's a little suite. And then you have a bedroom. This bedroom's actually really big. There's a little nook in the back of it that you can put a desk. And then over this way, you got full-size bathroom and an extra closet, linen closet right there. So let's go back and head upstairs now. Forgot to take a look in these doors. This is actually outside of the suite. Okay, that's the utility room. Let's see what's behind this door. Okay, that's a little actually closet space at the bottom of the stairs. So you have some extra storage down here before the suite. So if you need to put a few things down in your basement, you still can and have it suited at the same time. So let's head up to the top floor now. All right, nice wide stairwell heading up. Carpet feels nice. As soon as you get up here, you're hit with a bonus room right away. It's a good sized bonus room. You got enough room to put a nice sectional TV right on this wall. Looks like we have a laundry room right here. So you got a washer and dryer up on the top floor. You got a full-size bathroom. I kind of like the tiling, that's cool. Then you got 2 bedrooms at the front of the house here. Here's bedroom number 1. Definitely an interesting design in here. Pretty wavy. And then you got bedroom number 2. This one's a little bit more plain Jane. Decent sized closets in these bedrooms. Bedrooms are definitely big enough for older, larger kids, maybe teenagers. And then now the primary bedroom. Okay, yeah, it's cozy in here. Not bad. And you got a walk-in closet too. And then a couple windows, not a lot of natural light coming in, but it's okay. And then here is your full-size dual vanity ensuite with the stand-up shower going on. Not bad. So we did look at 2 different homes today. One was the big honkin' estate bungalow backing right onto the river lot. So that's kind of at the higher end of what you can get in this community. And then we also looked at the laned home option as well, which is kind of middle of the road. So I mean, there is townhouses in this community too that you can get into right around the 400,000 mark. So I just wanted to kind of give you an example of, you know, what's at the peak and then what's kind of at the middle. If you have any questions about what else you can get in this community, make sure you reach out to me. But the estate home now, for pricing, that model shown, the bungalow, is going for $1.95 million. With Crystal Creek Homes, they have about 5 different home styles that you can look at. So they have a different type of home for a wide variety of different buyers. Oxford now, which was the laned home, they actually have a quick possession home that's available right now. It's actually going to be ready at the beginning of October. That one is pretty similar to the show home that we looked at. That is going for $770,000, which includes GST. But the only difference with that compared to the show home is that the basement's not finished. And now keep in mind, yes, the prices are going to be a little bit more expensive here in Rockland Park than other communities in the Northwest, but you're getting that HardieBacker siding on the exterior of the houses, which is quite a bit of an upgrade. And then to boot, just the land value as well in this community is going to be higher than a lot because you're prime real estate with the river right there, and just close proximity to the mountains and things like that. So if you are considering making a move to Calgary, don't be shy. Reach out to Steph and I. Give us a phone call, send us a text, shoot us an email. We'd love to help you guys out. We've worked really hard to develop awesome relationships with the builders here in Calgary, and we'd love to pass those perks on to you.